Yoga for healing. What's up? Who saw the pictures of the statue of what they call the Statue of Liberty with the moon fully and bright standing behind it, aligned? That Kansu energy, the Egyptian god is of the moon, also called Luna. Other names, they all have different names, but the energy remains the same. But that energy of Hecate, Kansu, Artemis, isn't that something? Artemis. Didn't they name that little ship Artemis? See, everything is connected. But are you paying attention to what they're doing with that energy that is currently present? With the planetary alignment, with the moon, with our energy that we hold within us, each being our own universe, having the gems within to create, manifest. And right now, the ancestors are kicking ass. Because we took that leap. Standing strong, being guided, fully protected. The only thing is, they were unaware of that protection that we were covered by. These new beginnings that we have. Fresh, new, all new. Throw it in the bag is what I'm hearing. Because you are the creator, the artist, the intuitive one. And you've been guided. You're going with the flow. And you ended that cycle. And right now, you're in hermit mode. What we call peace, solitude, joy, fullness, feeling complete within ourselves. Let's see what it is that we need to know. Right now I'm saying to myself, please stay good, don't turn bad into the negative energies. Let's stay on this one a little bit. Let's see something good. Unless we need to rub it in their noses some more. Hey, ancestors want to get theirs in. Taking a loss. That rose that bloomed. They may have thought that they killed you off, but they didn't realize you're still growing within. Protected. You see this? Protected from all angles. Looks like they may have tried to burn you on two ends at the same time, trying to come at different directions. Just as nature moves through cycles, so do you. When financial or emotional loss occurs, step back and see the full picture. Ashe. This is just a passing storm in a lifetime of unfolding abundance. Yay! What do we need to know about this creative intuition, abundance, this flow? It's attracting negative energy. You're a powerful force of creation in the universe. We're not to be allowed to have these negative energies interfere. That's why we're guided for this hermit mode a lot. Because it's a lot of zombies walking about. Negative words and thoughts hold much power. And in order to manifest positive ones, we have to be mindful and where our focus is. The energy flows where the attention goes. infinite opportunities. They're aware of your infinite. This card right here represents, even in the book it says, an endless possibilities of creative abilities, nature, abundantly flowing, of infinite opportunities that you are aware of, that you've been having confirmations of. Remember that there are an infinite number of ways for you to succeed. When you release the illusions of limitation, you will step confidently into the flow of infinite opportunities that are always available to you. And these negative energies that want to be drawn to us, magnetized by that light, we put an end. The doors closed. They have no other opportunities to gain entry. They've been blocked off. And authenticity, not standing in their truth, not building and creating themselves, acting out of alignment with their true self, that has caused blockages in their flow of energy. They need to examine where they may need to compromise in their discomfort, because they have to get uncomfortable being honest with themselves, standing in that truth of what they've done of good and bad, standing in their truth, not compromising that. They need to shed what does not align with their authenticity. It is the key to manifestation, and this is what they're hating. We have that flow coming into us abundantly, never ending, and they need to feed off those that have it, that have gone within, done the research, done the work on themselves, soul searching, being honest. They're stuck in a scarcity mindset. If you believe there is never enough time, love, or resources, you will unknowingly create that experience. The thoughts are very powerful. So that's why I don't get those people that will say or think nasty things even in their mind and think that don't count because they didn't speak it out loud. You still hold that energy. It doesn't matter if the other person heard it or saw it or anything like that. You're still directing a negative vibration, a mindset that sticks with you. It does not affect the other person, because we are aware of the lack of intelligence, the lack of knowledge, but how full of arrogance and denial you are. We've shifted our focus. We have no fear and don't give a care about losing something material or an energy that claimed that they loved us. We have no focus on that, because our trust still lives. We're aware that we're not the only ones in this war. We are aware that there are others working just as hard as us, as though you can easily tempt us to believe that there is no others because there's so many of you. But trust and believe, the true ones kicking ass. Well, right now we just sitting and observing them asses getting kicked. Are aware of all of this, of these scarcity mindsets that only create more negativity because of their low vibration. They have no golden ideas. that they can manifest on their own. Because of their negative mindset, they're only manifesting negativity. This is where they wanted us to be. Trust and believe. This is one of those boomerang effects that they're feeling because we've brought this shit to an ending already. Because we've been aware of the authenticity of those among us. We're about that family healing. Deeply rooted. We cultivate peace within our family, whether through direct healing or by releasing those attachments. Ashe, speak, Holy Spirit. Repeat that. As you cultivate peace within your family, whether they're direct healing or by releasing attachments, you bring harmony to your energetic field. You are here to create a new legacy of love, abundance, and a higher purpose. You are here to serve. Serve the planet by the energy that you hold. What are you representing? Because it doesn't matter what you try to perpetrate. Energy does not lie. And we're in that knowing season. The only ones that seem to not know are the ones that are caught up in this shit, in the illusion. The ones that are procrastinating. The ones that wanted to cause us procrastination. Those inauthentic ones. Inauthentic ones. That only wanted to cause procrastination to this ending, to their finality, knowing they are no longer needed among us. That's why we've been guided to keep our distance, go within, self-reflect, stay focused on the light, the inner light, the higher self, because they are stuck in familiar territory over there. Lightning striking. They're starting to feel the heat from that smoke. The path they have always walked is not necessarily the path that leads them to their highest potential. Staying in that familiar territory. The comfort zone. Not growing. Oh, it ain't bothering me over here, seeing all the catastrophe in another country. I've been saying for a long time, people have taken that for granted. They have not taken the path to their highest potential, staying in stagnation. That is led to their procrastination of healing, serving their purpose. So why would they think that they would get these golden ideas? Psst. Wow, it's amazing. The audacity. If you are staying because it is all you're known or all you've known, ask yourself, is this truly where I am meant to be? They don't want to answer that. They don't want to be honest with those that they see lying in their faces. They'd rather swallow that and act as though it doesn't exist, as though there's no cause and effect, no consequence. They have no golden idea. Legacy of wealth. They want that. They want quick riches, the ones that come and go. But true prosperity is built with patience and purpose. If the results aren't immediate, know that what you are creating now will provide a lasting abundance for the future. They know this about us. They know this about themselves, although they refuse to speak it truthfully to themselves. They need that flow of inspiration, creative ideas, that flow that brings the abundance, that inspiration, that light. When you are aligned with your truth, creativity flows like a current, effortless and electric. This flow of inspiration signals that you are on the right path, doing exactly what you are meant to do. And you see the confirmations are growing so fucking loud. I was watching Neff on one of her channels, and she was doing a reading talking about these karmics. Boom! Outside, just as she was speaking about what's to come of them, an accident occurred outside and we could hear it. These kind of confirmations have been happening since I arose this a.m. They've been coming for the longest, but now there's more and more that I'm seeing. Back to back. Confirmations, high fives all day long because I'm in the flow. When you're in the flow, you know. There's no guessing, there's no confusion, and we are not accepting anyone in that condition trying to come toward us. Fuck that shit you keep on trying to bring up about a twin flame and that one that is not healed, that was doing spell work that didn't work. Bitch, please. You about to be slapped too. Procrastination is what they wanted to cause for us. They were using a lot of manipulation. They didn't want this cycle to close. They wanted to keep putting that work in because their life is on the line. Because they have no soul. They have nothing that can be healed. Well, they are trying to swap for the legacy and wealth and for the family healing. Because they are not in vibrational alignment. They are trying to fake the funk and get on the mothership. What? What's to come of these assholes? They're not radiating love, and we can see it. They're blocked in the heart chakra. And this is a different deck, and it keeps coming out how they are blocked from love, feeling any emotion. They need an empath. But they don't really want us. They don't want the heal. They don't want the heal. They just want the legacy of wealth. And they want their legacy to continue. But that is not going to happen with those of blocked hearts. Many abundant blocks are not external. They are emotional imprints from past experience. If money, love, or success feel just out of reach, look within. What past wounds are blocking your ability to receive? To receive. So why the fuck you think we gonna give to any of you? Including that drooling mouth wannabe that keeps trying to manipulate the reads. You're only telling more and more on yourself. Keep talking. Please. They are blocked because they refuse to go into hermit mode, to go solo dolo, put in the work, do the shadow work, and heal. For their own family lineage, they refuse to do so. And they thought they could steal ours because they have low self-esteem. They envy. They feel inferior because they really actually know who they are. Who else that has a soul and has a lineage would actually literally put in this type of work if they had their own? Ones that who don't. Those with the entities that have been eating throughout their family tree. That are now trying to steal to survive. Because they know this lifetime is their last. Mars retrograde. They're going back to wherever they came from. These ones with impulsive rage of anger, hostility, they're suffering major blowouts, fights, violence is breaking out among them. That's why we were guided to stay away from them, as they have been guided to stay away from us. These are the dark-eyed beings posing themselves to be innocent, wanting to hide their true identity. They may be energies from a past life. Something they may have done this before many lifetimes, because they are vampires. But this lifetime, it seems to be different. A different story and a different outcome for them. Those that want to continue their legacy and wealth, but not putting in the work. This is wanting to come out. They constantly try to convince people that they are this and that. They no longer can do that. That's why I didn't even bother to fall. They're being hemmed up right now. They're being hemmed up from the get up. Palo Santo, smooth, spicy aroma, clears out negative energy, instills calm and relaxation, fills your home with harmony, peace, serenity. As I keep this in my home and I burn it throughout the day, I inhale it. The scent is amazing to me. I love it. Can never have enough of this. Spirit guides say, give us a little. I love the scent of it. It's like a cedar almost to me. It's a cedar scent. The person causing you negativity is an air sign. They may have air heavily in their side, in their natal chart. It may be a prominent sign in this energy. What else is it that we may need to know about these that are not doing the work? They are attempting lavender sage, or they can't, it's not working. They're trying to use lavender sage to block out something. Your closest friends hold grudges against you. This may be for them. This is feeling like a message for whoever's trying to use protection now that they've gotten hemmed up. They thought they had some close friends, but now the ones that they indulged and celebrated with and overindulged and told all their information to, all that kind of stuff. Blew smoke up each other's ass. Wore masks. Empty inside, just a hollow energy. Masquerading as a cosmic being. But really are from a darker side that has no connection. And it's very envious of you. They're magnetized to you because they need to recharge and they can't. They want this golden idea. They want your golden ideas. They want to take what's yours and make it theirs. To make that their family legacy. Something you created. Unexplained body welts, bruises, and scratches. They understand exactly what's happening to them because this is in the reverse. They know that the ancestors are kicking their ass. Unexplained freak accidents, baby. If you weren't aware why you hurting, it's because of the ancestors are kicking your ass. They're using pyrite to help try to shield the negative energy, the effects of what's coming back to them. Because of that blocked heart chakra, they're having issues because of their intentions that is now causing an effect on their body, their balance, their beauty, and causing them to be really moody with whoever they come into contact with. They wanted to use you to heal their family tree. They're trying to use Palo Santos and lavender sage because they were wanting to cause you to act out of character and to be irrational. All of that is going back to them. Their social media posts and memes have been directed towards you. That includes tarot card readings. So everyone knows in the collective, some of these readers, when they want to say, oh, you're supposed to go back to them, and their whole reading is about someone that's hateful, harmful, never done you any good, and now that reader is saying they're sorry and now they see their ways, what they seeing is their karma. And they're trying to get under your umbrella of protection. And this reading will keep coming out as long as they keep doing those readings, saying something different, while the whole time they're telling on themselves when people pay attention. They're feeling these effects. There you go. They cannot deny that it's their closest friends that they have to protect themselves from because they're all toxic. They have to be careful now not to overindulge with their addictions around these friends that they're codependent with. They have to watch their drinks, the food, and everything. They're aware now that they're surrounded by this toxic energy because they chose to keep and maintain a blocked heart chakra instead of going within. It doesn't matter if you're a knight, a king, an emperor, a hierophant, an empress, a priestess, or high priest. It doesn't matter what you call yourself. The energy doesn't lie. And those that wanted to steal from others, that cycle is done. Now you have to watch your back for those you called your friends.